On this episode of AVSocial, we are recording it from InfoComm 2017. Steve Capling from Christie, Marina Gregory from Advanced AV, and Kelly Perkins joins Dawn Mead as they talk about social media and marketing, both in and around trade shows.
The network for the AV industry.
What are you listening to?
This
is AV.
This
is AVNation.
This is AVNation.
This is AVSocial, episode 25, recorded Thursday, June 15th, 2017. Social media and marketing at InfoComm 2017.
Support for AVNation is brought to you by Kramer, AV Beyond the Box.
Hi everyone, I'm Dawn Mead, also known as AV Dawn, and I'm one of your hosts here at AVSocial. Today we are recording live from InfoComm 2017 in Orlando, Florida. I'm joined today with my lovely co-host, as usual, Miss Kelly Perkins from AVI Systems.
Hello everyone at InfoComm and not.
And our guests today are from Advanced AV, I will get that right, Marina Gregory. Thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having us.
And our lone gentleman on the panel, the brave man, Steve Capling from Christie is here with us today.
Yes, thank you, Don.
Thank you for coming.
My pleasure.
So what we're going to talk about today basically is, it's InfoComm. Oh my gosh, everything's going on. It's a marketer's heaven out there. And so first we're going to talk about, since Steve is our resident manufacturer here, the only, as far as I know, the only way, well, Kelly, you don't exhibit, you're an integrator now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're our manufacturer. Tell us what Christie's doing this year here at InfoComm, marketing-wise.
I mean, we're doing a number of things. There's so many aspects to marketing at a trade show. I mean, just being here and having a booth is one aspect of it, but also, especially just, it's the best place to launch new products. There's no better place to launch a new product when you have so many eyes and ears available to you from a customer perspective, and your fellow integrators and partners like that want to see all the new technologies that we're displaying. So we have a number of new technologies on our booth this year that we're showcasing. X80, access panels, our new Christie Terra, and a new Christie 1075 GS laser phosphor projector as well. But from a marketing perspective, there's a lot of press and media here at the show, and that's exactly, a big part of why you come to trade shows. There's a great press presence here. Right. And so we take advantage of that by doing press releases. And then, of course, there's, social media that goes along with it. This is where we get the biggest spike in our social media viewership, which is always during a trade show. So it's a great opportunity to do marketing or to market to such a broad customer base.
Wonderful. On behalf of my husband, who's AV Grump, also known as the swag hunter at InfoComm,
nice.
You have any great swag over at the Christie booth this year?
Sure, of course. We've got well, I think we're probably running low by this point, but we had the classic fidget spinner this year that seemed to be a hot item on many manufacturers or many exhibitors' booths. So they are going like hotcakes, and I don't think we're going to have any left for tomorrow. So if you're
shoot.
Yeah, you better get there quick if you're going to get there, because today's probably the last day.
Yeah. Okay, great. Ladies, what exciting things or what cool marketing efforts have you seen this year at the show so far? I mean, InfoComm is always kind of overwhelming. Just with the lights and the bells and the whistles of the products, you almost don't need a big marketing effort. But sometimes, manufacturers come up with really clever ideas and ways to market their stuff. So what have you seen, Marina?
Yeah, I think for me and for some of the colleagues I've spoken to, the experiences in the booths are really some of the more exciting things. And the swag is great. Certainly the fidget spinners are popular for sure. But some of the kind of events that are being held within the booth space. So maybe the happy hours or even some of the coffee bars that are set up, I think are really good. People are always looking for kind of that pit stop. So more of the experience-based attention.
Right.
I would agree with that. Beer, water, coffee, food.
It's a winning ticket right there.
It's a winning combination.
Well, and as an exhibitor, you're trying to get people to stay around in your space and really enjoy the experience while they're there. So what better opportunity than to sort of hook them in and keep them your attendees local and present than to offer them between swag or coffee and beer.
It's basically like bribery.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
come to the
I mean,
booth and,
Yeah.
we all kind of know as marketers, it's our job to lure, convince, bribe, or otherwise trick folks into coming to our booths and talking about our products. So, yeah, that's great. Marina, you mentioned the word pit stop.
Yeah.
That reminds me, one of the cool things that I saw, our friends over at Peerless,
Yeah.
Megan Dutta's their marketing person. She was on the show a month or two ago. They've had their Daytona 500 theme to their booth this year because they're doing a lot of technology at the Daytona Raceway.
90 cameras.
90 cameras. Wow. It's ridiculous, the install that they did there. And so as part of their booth experience, they have a pit stop challenge at their booth where they have a, what do you call it, the drill that they use to get
The air gun.
Air gun
Yeah.
thing. I'm not a race person. They have a mock-up race car in their booth with the air gun to take the lug nuts off the tire, and they time you, and the best times each day win prizes.
Nice.
So you can go and pretend you're in the pit for the pit stop at at
pretty
their
cool.
booth. Yeah,
Very cool.
It's really heavy, though. Have you lifted
Yeah.
up the little gun thing?
I was in a skirt. I wasn't getting down on the floor to try to do that.
I haven't tried, but I heard it's actually heavier than like a regular drill type thing.
Yeah.
So
I have to say that's probably one of the most unique lures to get people into your booth.
Clever, though.
It is very clever.
Very.
Very unique.
Especially to highlight such a prominent customer as well.
Right.
Yeah.
We've talked in some previous shows about manufacturers that have done really clever things. Our friends at BuyAmp with their secret agent thing last year's InfoComm. Some other, I think Tightrope Media did like a tightrope walking thing last year.
Yeah,
at
the
InfoComm.
slack line.
The slack line at their booth last year. Those sorts of things are great, but to be able to not just tie in your company name or your image, but to bring in that customer satisfaction, Daytona 500 is thrilled with their product. And so it's beyond a white paper, it's like this is the white paper 3D experience or something.
You're bringing the case study to life.
Yeah, exactly. So that's great. What have you been most excited about this year at InfoComm, just in general, Steve?
Oh boy.
I know, big question.
Going home,
big
is that
question.
one? There's so many technologies in it, and I feel sort of shameful because I haven't been or taken the opportunity yet. Tomorrow's probably my day to really circle around the show floor and experience and see from competitors to just unique marketing efforts and different product and technology applications. So there's a lot to look forward to when you come to an event like this, and there's so much to see. It's hard to take it all in a short period of time. I'm just, I'm excited for us. We've been fairly busy, and InfoComm has done a great job of helping bring out, and increasing that attendee base. So it's just exciting to see the numbers of people that are coming to the booth on a regular basis.
Right. Glad to hear the numbers are good at the booth. That's the one thing. It's kind of an unfair question asking you what you're excited about, because most manufacturers get tied to your booth and you don't get to leave and see things. But wonderful. Thank you for that. What have you seen that's most exciting, Marina?
For me, InfoComm and shows like this is really about catching up with the industry. And, you mentioned press, Steve, before, that there's a lot of press here, so having those conversations about our business, what's going on, at the same time, having conversations with our manufacturers and seeing what's coming down the pipeline is always great. One of the interesting things that I noticed is the back of the badge that everybody's wearing has a little
I took my badge off.
Event bit.
Yeah, and
Bluetooth.
a little Bluetooth chip there, and the exhibitors, right there. So the exhibitors are actually able to track that that data and see when you're in the booth, when you're close to the booth.
Does it give them like an alert?
Yeah, and I just learned
Just
this
on the show floor.
Just
though,
on the
right?
show floor. I did specifically ask that question myself. So that technology, I think, is pretty cool, and that we're using it ourselves on the trade show floors is pretty great. And for the marketers, I think it's fantastic for the marketing teams that are.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually using and taking advantage of it. And what it is, it's an event bit Bluetooth, and we've set it up at various stations within our booth space. And what we're able to track is just the traffic flow and how much time they've spent at each of the demonstrations. So it's really cool just to see how successful, those certain demonstration spaces are, especially when it comes to new technologies and when you're launching a new product. As well as just the amount of time people actually spend. It gets I think we're averaging about 10.8 minutes per display right now on the 4 displays that we're tracking. So it's
That's great.
That's
cool
a great stickiness number for keeping people's eyeballs these days.
Yeah,
And that's just great data in general.
it is good data.
Yeah.
Especially because not that I'm pointing a finger or anything, but sometimes when you're walking around the floor and you don't want to get inundated with mail, we kind of skirt around those nice little scanners and don't get our badge scanned. But we're there checking out the technology, and now with this, you can see who's in your booth and how long they're there, even without the scan.
Well, just to let everybody know, you're only getting a name until you actually scan the badge officially. You do not get any contact details or information, so people can't take advantage of your contact info without actually you, as an attendee, opting into that. So we have to scan your badge before we get
they know if I'm lying when I said I stopped by their booth and they weren't there.
I guess you have to run around
I don't.
tomorrow.
You would
You're in
never
trouble.
do that.
We have all day this is only Thursday we're recording. Kelly has all day tomorrow to hit all of your booths.
Tomorrow's
and she promised
booth day.
to visit you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is planning totally on booth day tomorrow.
Nice.
Kelly, what is it that you saw that's most exciting that you're thrilled about this InfoComm?
I thought the milestone rap battle was pretty cool. Mark Coxon and Phil, I believe, did the rap battle, so that was pretty cool. The typical stuff that I look forward to every year. The tweet up is great, and kind of like Marina said, just really catching up, learning about what's new in the industry, what cool things like this type of stuff. The different types of technology, the relationships with people. What's new, what are the pain points that some of our peers are challenged with, and can we help them and give them advice? Can they help us and give advice? Just kind of knowing that you're not alone in some of the challenges, because I'm in Minneapolis, and yes, I talk to my company a lot, but other than social media, you don't really get to spend a lot of time with other integrators or your manufacturers, to be honest. So so that connection and relationship building and stuff is probably my favorite part.
That's great.
I just want to comment on what you both said exactly, is catching up, and it's a realization that I kind of forget about when you say what you're excited about, is that you show up at the show and you realize how many friends that you've made in the industry and the colleagues that you enjoy spending some time with, and you realize it's almost overwhelming, to the number of people that you pass by in the aisles or in your booth or wherever it may be, and it's just great to see so many friends and colleagues again that you don't often get to see.
That's why I'm usually frazzled at the show, because I'm running somewhere, because I stopped to hug 10 people before I got to where I needed to get to.
So true.
I'll the second, third that motion, that one of the best things about shows like InfoComm is the relationships, the relationship building, and the relationship refreshing that happens. The fact that we're all we've got each other's backs. We just talked to Lori from Milestone about a foundation she started, cancer or chemosucks.com, and things like that. AV helping AV, you hear about these stories at InfoComm, and that's a good thing. And I can't understate the importance of the education at InfoComm, the classes, both on the show floor that the manufacturers are putting on, the little displays in your booths, as well as the formal RU awarding classes from InfoComm are amazing. And if I never set foot on the show floor at InfoComm, it would be worth the money to come here because of those things. But then you get out on the floor and it's like, ooh, shiny, like, let me go see this projector you're telling me about. I want to see it. I'm excited now. Christy's one of the booths. I was in classes most of yesterday. I'm getting to your booth, and unlike Kelly, I will show up. You'll have my badge to prove it. Hey! Oh, we love you. Right. Well, let's see. Anyone have anything else to add? It's an overwhelming show. We're kind of doing it live from the show on day 2.
It really is.
We still have day 3 to go. If you're like me, I haven't seen half of the room yet in the show floor. If you're like poor Steve, you're stuck in your booth and don't get to see anything. And nothing else? Anything else? Come see me.
Well, definitely come see Christy. Booth 2553. We would love to have you. you ladies as well. We'd love to have you and showcase our new technology. We've got
For
some
real.
presentations to see, and I'll be tracking you.
You're on the hook now.
He's got your name. He'll be looking for you on the lists. Okay, well then, Steve, other than in your booth today, where can folks find you or find out Christie products on social, on the web? In general?
So, Twitter, we're at Christie Digital, and Facebook is also at Christie Digital, so you can find us online on social media there. And obviously the website, www.christiedigital.com.
Okay.
And there's lots of new and exciting things to see online as well as here live at the show.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it, and I do plan to be down at your booth, maybe even after we record this. So
Sure, love to take you on a tour.
Great. Marina, where can folks find you?
Yeah, I am on Twitter. It's at mgregory44 and also at advanced_AV. Our website is www.advancedav.com. Check us out. We have some exciting things coming up. I did want to mention just one more thing.
Absolutely.
Is the women's breakfast I attended this morning. So WIN, which is Women InfoComm. Great breakfast this morning. We had a great speaker talking about empowering women in our industry and educating women in our industry, and also really supporting that effort of making sure that we do have a female presence in leadership roles and so on.
And we had over 200 attendees at the breakfast. I was there as well. It was wonderful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
and there are local chapters all across the country now. So if you are interested in starting a local chapter or getting involved in one that already exists, check out the InfoComm website. There is more information on that. So I think that's a great great program that InfoComm does put on as well.
Absolutely.
So otherwise, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Taking time out of the busy, packed InfoComm schedule to sit here and blather with us about marketing and sales and the show we greatly appreciate it. Kelly, my faithful co-host over there, where can folks find you other than at the end of the table?
There is that. I will be in the Christie booth. But other than that, I am Kelly Perkins, AVI Systems, AVI_Kelly on Twitter, and then AVIsystems.com. So I'm all over the place too, just like these folks. So it's not too hard.
Absolutely. And of course, I'm Dawn Mead. I'm your host here with Kelly. You can find me on Twitter and Periscope and the like at AVDawn. And of course, here at AVNation.tv. And check out our show, AVSocial. We're making a noble effort in 2017 to have a new show every month. We always get busy, and we promise that, and then we get busy. But this year, we've been every month having a show, including live from InfoComm. So check us out. We have new shows posting at least monthly, and additionally more if we feel the whim. AVNation.tv. Check us out, and thanks for coming and watching AVSocial here from InfoComm.